Welcome to What's New at Prairie Lakes AEA, your weekly update on the latest news and resources from Prairie Lakes Area Education Agency. I'm Dr. Dan Mark, Chief Administrator of Prairie Lakes AEA, and our goal with these updates is to provide information about how we are supporting students, teachers, administrators, and families across our 14-county region. Whether it's the latest in professional development, classroom strategies, or technology to help children reach their full potential, we have it covered. Now, let's dive into this week's highlights. Today, I have the opportunity to chat with Amy Proffitt. Amy Proffitt is a physical therapy assistant with Prairie Lakes AEA. Not too many people understand the important role that, like our OTs and our PTs play. So, Amy, can you talk to us, about your role as a physical therapist assistant here at Prairie Lakes AEA?
Yeah, the role of the physical therapy department within the school system looks a little bit different than the physical therapist out in the clinic or hospital. In Iowa, physical therapy provided within the educational setting must be educationally relevant. So we need to help that child get that access to their school environment. We want them to participate and progress towards the educational system.
So, Amy, why through the AA versus going through a private entity?
It is a related service on the child's individualized education plan. So that is something that most of our children actually have a PT goal. So we're in there to help guide the paras and the teachers and the students to get access through the school, whether that is a wheelchair, maybe some seating accommodations, a walker or gait trainer. We just want them to get out into their environment, maybe carrying a lunch tray through the lunch line. That's important to their school day as well.
So basically what you're telling me, you're trying to help them physically so that they overcome any other learning, or so it doesn't impede on their learning while they're at school.
Yep. We're there just specifically to help access their education environment. There's a lot of kids out there that need physical therapy that I see in the schools, but they're not going to be covered by IDEA. There's a big difference between the clinic-based versus the school-based therapist. So in the medical setting, the therapist might assist the client in optimizing function in any area deemed important to the client or patient. But in the educational setting, we specifically work on access to that student's environment and participating in their school day.
So, Amy, for our listeners, what is the cost to a parent if their child receives services from you?
There is no cost that is covered through their IEP. So that is special ed funding through the state.
So, Amy, the other day in the office, I walked back to your department and it was like Christmas back there. You had 3 big gifts back there. Tell us about those.
Yeah, one of the roles that we play in the school would be assistive technology and getting our children equipment to access their environment. So it is actually with a tech, I'm trying to think of the name of the law. It would be called like the Tech Act, and that was installed in 1988, and then it was updated later in 2004. And that is an assistive technology act that was first passed by Congress and signed by the president as the Technology Related Assistance Act of 1988. It's often called the Tech Act, or short, has been reauthorized in 1994, 98, and 2004. So under that, we need to provide schools need to provide these students, if deemed necessary by the IEP team, with assistive technology. And there's low tech and then there's high tech. So low tech might be, maybe like a grip on a pencil or a string to open a door, but high tech would be a power chair, a wheelchair, a computer program. So what you saw in the back was part of our loan closet, and we got some donations from Rifton to put in our loan closet so that we could get these out to the schools to try, or to the families, and then to see if it's appropriate for the child. So we got a tricycle, a new Rifton stander, and then we got an e-pacer which can act as a transfer device or a gate trainer.
So, Amy, you sent me a picture of a little guy on that bike, and he had the biggest smile on his face. Tell me about that situation and what the purpose of that trike did, or how it helped the little individual student.
Sure, that student had a tricycle in the past, and he had outgrown it, and then he recently had a surgery which limited some range of motion. It was a pretty aggressive surgery, so we were looking for a different tricycle that maybe gave him some different range of motion options and just fit him a little bit better. So we were able to take that out. As soon as I got it on the van mail the next day so the therapist could take it out to the school. It really helps him with some independence through the school. It helps them just learn what mobility is. He does have a gait trainer as well and can take some steps, but does not go as far as he does in the tricycle. So it helps him socialize with other kids. It just really adds a lot of joy to his day as well as others that see him.
Was there any room left on that van by the time you loaded that trike?
Well, we had to ask for them to take the bigger van that day. We gave him a heads up, like, take the big van. We have some big equipment. So,
Amy, talk to me about the company you said that donated this equipment.
Yeah, Rift & Company is based out of New York, and they have been around since about 1977, and they are just a great company. They take a lot of feedback from therapists. They send out updates and maybe videos. So when I call Rifton for a question or maybe a quote, I'm talking one-on-one to their customer service. And I've talked to them enough that we know each other on a first name basis. They just really take care of their people. They know the importance of getting this stuff out. And they, throughout the years, they understand our program and how our system isn't to supply this equipment to the kids, but just to give them a chance to try it so that we can go through other opportunities of getting funding, which would be either through the school and the IEP funds or through private insurance, or sometimes there's some grants out there. So they just really appreciate us getting their product out there. So they have graciously given us a lot of things to try.
So, for example, Amy, if a school district or a family were to have to purchase this bike that we talked about, what are we talking for cost?
Wow, it is pretty spendy. About $5,000 for a tricycle. That e-Pacer was closer to $9,000. So just depending on how many bells and whistles you have on it. You know, a child that maybe doesn't have as severe of disability, they're not going to need quite as many accessories on it. So when you go to the website, you're able to build that trike exactly the way you want it.
That's a great donation by that company.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. Well, Amy, we appreciate your work on that, and thank you for the update on that new equipment and all the things your department does for the kiddos here at Prairie Lakes AEA.
No problem.
That concludes this week's episode of What's New at Prairie Lakes AEA. I hope you found this update helpful and informative. Remember, Prairie Lakes AEA is here to ensure equitable, efficient, and effective educational services. If you have any questions or want to learn more, please visit our website or contact your local AEA office. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.